Hey everyone, it's Susan with Sharksploitation Sunday, and my hot, sweaty self just got back from seeing the Meg 2 in the theater. That's why I look a little sweaty and perplexed. What did I think about it? Well, let's get into that, but first I do want to remind you to hit the like button and subscribe so that you can help support the channel and these crazy videos, because there's a lot more to come, trust me. Okay, let's get into it. The Meg 2, The Trench is of course a follow-up to The Meg, starring Jason Statham. The Meg was a huge hit, and this is based on a series of books that were written by the author Steve Alton. They're not anything like the books, kids, so I don't know. Let's just forget about the books. This is a different exercise. This is cinema. This is blockbuster cinema, kids. So it's over the top and rambunctious. But the first one, it was pretty good. The second one, I'm not really so sure. I'm still a little bit shell-shocked because I just saw it. I'm processing. But nevertheless, the movie starts off kind of where the Meg 1 ended. So they have a megalodon in captivity. They have this super state-of-the-art lab where they're studying the trench. So they're mapping out the trench and all the different species that live in the trench. And by this time, it's very well known, I guess, in the whole world that megalodons do exist. And there is one practically in a zoo that people can go see, which seems dangerous. Nevertheless, I have to say this. The horrifying lack of a Jason Statham shower scene has been replaced with Jason Statham action scenes, which I'm not mad about because they are aplenty, way, way more than we saw in the first Meg. The other thing is, it's not just one megalodon in this movie swimming around killing people. All right, I know, technically it was 2 in the first one. The first one got eaten by the bigger one. We have more than one Meg, and we have other creatures. I can't really spoil for you what these other creatures are, but I'm probably going to end up at least spoiling one of them. The other creature that I'm not going to spoil, I honestly have no fucking idea what they are. I don't know how they got there to there. I don't even know why they were in the trench in the first place, and nobody explains what the heck they are. So I'll leave that for a little surprise, I guess. This movie does rip off other movies, and of course we've got the little bit of Jaws rip-off scenes, but surprisingly, there are rip-off scenes from Indiana Jones, both Raiders of the Lost Ark, and a little scene that rips off the Temple of Doom. So that was a shocker for me. Okay, well played. And they do rip off Mega Shark vs. Giant Octopus a little bit, so I guess that was my spoiler of what one of the other creatures are. The portrayal of these creatures could have been done better. The Megalodons were a little bit strange looking. But in all fairness, do we even know what megalodons really look like? I mean, I give all these shark movie makers such a hard time about what megalodons look like, but fuck it, I don't know what a megalodon looks like. None of us do. They're cartilaginous fishes that went extinct millions and millions of years ago, and all we have to judge them on are their teeth, which look similar to great white sharks, so I guess we assume that it would look like a great white shark, but just really, really big. But fuck it, we don't know. So I guess I can't give anyone a hard time on their portrayal of what a Meg actually looks like, but it definitely looks like it's CGI, folks. I mean, there's no getting around that. This movie goes off with a bang. If you've seen the trailer, then you've seen the beginning of the movie already, which is kind of a bummer because, I don't know, trailers always give the best parts away, but there's a prehistoric scene, and then it just goes right pretty much into the action. I mean, there's just like stuff going on constantly. This movie is over the top bananas. I think almost to a fault. They throw so much in there and so much at you that it's fun and it's entertaining, but it's almost like eye rolling. But there were some scenes where my eyes were rolling into the back of my head like a shark rolling up their nictitating membrane, folks. It was a lot. Jason Statham, of course, plays his reoccurring character, Jonas Taylor, and Mei Ling, who is his love interest's daughter. Apparently he's adopted her and she's grown up a little bit. She's still adorable. So there are some reoccurring characters that come from the first movie, and then there are some new characters, but they're just as predictable as a reoccurring character, so they don't really bring much to the table there, and you can kind of predict who's going to be the bad guy and who's going to be the good guy. There's a side plot Oh yeah, I said this was over the top bananas with everything being thrown at you but the kitchen sink. They threw in another plot about this dude who's mad at Jonas because he went to jail because Jonas is like this militant tree hugger guy now. And yeah, he's out for revenge. So while all of this shit is going on and all of these creatures are attacking people and all of this mortal peril is happening to Jonas and his merry band of friends, there's this guy running around just trying to shoot him. Okay, I know I'm making it sound like a total shit show, but this is a really big budget, very well produced shit show that involves megalodons, a giant octopus, and the mystery creatures that I can't even spoil for you because I honestly don't know what they are. I think two types of people are going to enjoy this movie. People who have seen the first Meg and just, as is protocol, have to see all of them in the series. So they have to see this one, right? And the second type is the type that can just shut their brain down and enjoy a maybe good, maybe bad, maybe good, bad kind of shark movie that's just really just fun and entertainment. Even I had a hard time not rolling my eyes. I'm not going to lie. There is some goofy shit going down in this movie. But all in all, I'm going to give it like one thumb up and one thumb kind of sideways in a meh formation. Like maybe it should have been called the Meh 2 instead of the Meg. Wow, that was a bad joke, wasn't it? Well, you guys, that's all I have for you today. I have to get in the shower. I am just sitting in my own fermentation at this point. So I will see you next time, you guys. Bye.